bro, and the slightest thing, bro, I just threw everything away, bro. Like, I just fucked up, bro. I just fucked up, bro. I just fucked up. And then I didn't judge. They finna judge me. I love that motherfucker, Joe. That's the fucked up part about it, bro. I love that woman dearly, bro. I love her dearly, bro. I love that lady dearly, bro. I'm gonna stay strong, G. I'm over with, KT. It's over for me, KT. I hope you enjoy knowing me, shorty. It's over with. It's over with, bro.
Chilling story of what's happened to another Chicago mother. She was shot 11 times in a cold-blooded shooting. She is thankful to be alive and tonight demands some answers. NBC5's Regina Waldrop live with her story tonight. Regina?
Well, Stephan, what an amazing story of survival. This young woman says three people identified the shooter as her ex-boyfriend, also the father of her young son, to police. The only thing police telling us, this case still being investigated.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And if you've never been on my channel, I am Neek. We are the Night Owls over here, and I cover a various range in topics that may interest you, may trigger you, may have you feeling some type of way, but it's a community that is all love, okay, at the end of the day. So hit that subscribe button right now, hit the like button right now, and let's get into this video. And tonight we're going to be talking about the story of a woman by the name of Lasanya Agee and her dusty baby daddy, who decided to shoot her 11 times while the child that they shared together was in the car, and end up hitting her other family members as well. All because his dusty behind could not control his emotions.
Lasanya Agee stronger than she ever imagined.
I just thank God I'm here.
Still here after getting shot 11 times, she says, by an abusive ex-boyfriend.
He only hit me 11 times. That's how many times he hit me. This doesn't count the bullet holes on my car.
Well, she doesn't want you to see her face as she recovers in the hospital.
He mostly hit my pelvis and my right leg.
She wants you to hear her story.
I believe he was trying to kill me and leave no witnesses.
I'll never see another birthday. It's over with, Joe. If you fucking love me, nigga, say that shit now, because this gonna be your last time being able to say it. If you love me, nigga, you really love me, nigga, call my phone, because this gonna be the last time you're gonna be able to say it, Joe. I just fucked up. It ain't nothing I can do about it. I just fucked up, bro. And that shit fucking with me. That shit got me. I just threw everything away. Ain't no coming back from this.
I believe he was trying to kill me and leave no witnesses.
The February 21st shooting in the 7800 block of South Muskegon captured on surveillance video. It happened as Lasanya was getting out of a car.
We were talking for a minute. He was trying to make me get in the car with him. And I'm like, no. He then said, okay. And he pulled up and he pulled back and started shooting.
Lasanya's grandmother, her uncle, also shot and recovering. Her 3-year-old son, who was with her, was not injured.
He was trying to help me. He said, come on, mama, come on.
Lasanya says her ex is armed, dangerous, and still on the run.
At the time that she had done this interview, he was still at large, but he has now been captured and he is now in police custody. Thank God. Lasanya Agee was very petrified of this man, as I will lay out later in the video and read to you guys exactly what she went through. But she took to her Facebook and she was like, I'm gonna get some sleep tonight. You can't outrun God, baby. And she posted up the article that had let people know that his behind has now been arrested. In addition to this post where she was letting people know that his behind was behind bars, she also took to social media to let people know that, you know, he got to pay for what he did. She also vented a little bit and she said, I really still can't believe this end shot me 11 times. It's one thing to shoot me, but the fact a MFer got back out the car to finish me off is what's really disturbing me. Then a MFer hop on live like they just got down on some ops or something. You don't get no cool points or sympathy for that HA-ish. I've been dealing with that abusive-ish for years. I always tried to get away from his A, and he'll end up doing weird-ish. This man literally been trying to destroy me every chance he get, from making me lose my apartments, jobs, to messing up my car I had. I always bounce back literally, and he hated it. So I know his A is somewhere sick. I made it. MF only went live because he thought I was dead. I know your BA watching. You can run, but you can't hide. So that Facebook post was posted before he was apprehended. Now he's behind bars where he needs to be. But she goes more in detail with her story a little bit later.
She wants her story to be a lesson to others.
It's not worth it. You see me, I got shot 11 times by someone I loved and someone I shared a child with.
The shooting of Lasagna was caught on surveillance footage. One of the neighbors was able to catch it. They basically broke down everything that happened and explained it to someone who they were addressing as Lasagna's mom. Now, on her GoFundMe, she said that her mom passed away when she was young and she didn't really have no family. So I'm assuming maybe this is maybe an aunt who she calls mom or something like that. Because in the footage that I'm about to show you, the person who was breaking down the surveillance, they kept saying your daughter, but she posted that her mom passed away. So that's why I'm assuming maybe it's a family member that she calls mom or something like that. But here is the footage minus the shooting. When it comes to like the graphic parts or whatever, I'm just going to blur out the screen.
Waiting for him to shut the door.
Yeah.
So it looks like he left.
He left
and came around the corner, came back around.
So your brother moved, and that's when he's standing up behind the car.
For her to park, right.
Yeah.
Because he had moved the chair out the way.
Mm-hmm. Look, she's parking.
Yeah, he moved the chair out the way so she could park.
How's your brother?
He's doing okay. They still don't have him on liquids yet. They have like the sponge and water for him to have his liquids. She's actually able to walk to the bathroom. They gave her a walker so she can, she slowly goes to the bathroom. Okay. But they just started sitting him up yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Sitting him up in a chair.
So look, he's coming back again. Oh my God!
He bagged back once she parked.
When see her parking, it happens in less than a minute. He's coming out. Look, you're gonna see him. It spoke with her something, and then he comes out of the car. And when he start with her, with your daughter. You see? Coming out.
He shot her, shot my brother,
and
my sister was running, so he shot my sister.
And you know what?
Then he shoots in the car again at her.
Yeah, and
because his car was rolling and he had to get in.
That's the only way he drive away, because the car started driving himself.
Because if it wasn't for that, he would have kept on shooting.
So now your daughter opened the door, and the
baby crawls out the car.
The baby crawls through her. And then that's when it happened. Like when I start calling the 911 to get out the kid on the way, because in my mind I thought
he was gonna come back
and shoot, start shooting again. And I told my husband, let's move away the baby from there. I can imagine your grandson. Oh, honestly, I'm like,
because once I came in the house, I came in the house to call 911 because I didn't know if anybody had called. You know what I'm saying?
I did.
And when my dad opened the door for her, the baby came in and he was just sitting on the couch and he was holding his head, shaking his head. And I'm like, what's wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? And that's when I came around the corner. And my sister was yelling and screaming, saying that he had shot. Larry shot us. Larry shot us. And that's when I looked out and seen my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Seen my daughter laying there, and then seen my brother laying in the street.
You see, I believe he passed through here.
Yeah.
And that's when
my son, yeah, my son.
And I come behind him because that's when I'm telling you, he tried to get the sister. You see, I'm on the phone because I'm calling 911 from here.
All right, so I have to take a mental break from this story for a second because it is a lot. It's a lot, and it's sad that this is somebody's reality. I'm going to take a mental break. We're going to hear from my sponsor, which is myself, and then we will be back. Check the link in the description to find all the cute goodies I have available on my website. I have these cool, super cute, comfy house shoes available and some new super cute pajamas. I also have adult toys if that's kind of thing that you're into. So definitely go check out my website, neekatnight.com. All right, so the break is done. Let's get back into this story. Okay, so on the GoFundMe, it says, on February 21st, I was shot 11 times by my ex-boyfriend, who is also my son's father. My grandmother and uncle was shot 8 times in the crossfire, and my 3-year-old son witnessed the incident. The abuse started after I had my son in 2017. As a small that got worse over time. About a year ago, the abuse became excessive and unbearable to the point he nearly took my life. My mother passed away when I was a child, and I don't have a lot of family, and he took advantage of my situation. When I realized I was in an abusive relationship, I tried my hardest to break away from it by being able to provide for my son. So I moved into my own apartment without telling him, but he eventually found out. He broke the restraining order by showing up at my house and resisted arrest when the police arrived. The next day I came home and he walked out of my utility closet with a gun and began to threaten me and my grandmother because he was upset I signed the lease without him. He then began to bust every window in the apartment out, and the landlord asked me to leave. They didn't want to relocate me out of fear of this happening again. Due to my living situation, he eventually persuaded me to go back with threats and force. So I'm going to stop reading right there. So on her GoFundMe account, she has all of these updates where it shows everywhere that she was pretty much shot. And I mean, a lot of them are covered with bandages. The back of her head, she has like a bullet hole like in the back of her head. And on her GoFundMe, she also shows the incident that, the aftermath of the incident where he had busted out all of the windows in her apartment. So I'm going to show you guys that, and then I'll come back to read some more.
Niggas behave. Niggas be hoes.
Okay, so I'm going to pick back up. It says, okay, so she said they didn't want to relocate her out of fear this would happen again. So due to her living situation, he eventually persuaded her to go back with threats and force. The abuse was getting worse at this point, and I had a black eye on multiple occasions. I went to the police office and filed police reports. None of that mattered to him. He continued to threaten me and my family and friends. Out of fear for my family's safety, it was more convenient for me to go back. I saved all my money up and bought a car, and after a month, he crashed it by purposely running it into a garage. My situation started to affect my job because I had to continuously call off because of my eye being closed shut. I was working for the United States Postal Service for a little over a year as a mail carrier. I had to inform my job of my situation, and the situation got so bad that my coworkers would walk me to my car after seeing him circle my job. I mean, I'm going to read some more, but it's like, can you imagine like a young woman living in this world? She has her grandmother, but her mom's not here anymore. She has this guy who's threatening her family. Because when you get into these abusive relationships with these people that are this mentally unstable, they will not think twice about hurting you and the people you love. As you guys see, the story that I just covered about the guy in the stimulus check, how he went to try to get the stimulus money, and he ended up killing the mama, the brother, the cousin, and the baby. And he ended up shooting her, but she ended up surviving. Like, these people, they will literally hurt your family members as well. So can you imagine her being stuck at like, oh my God, like, damn, I'm putting my family in jeopardy. He won't stop. I gotta go to work. I gotta feed and provide for my child. But then he's circling the thing. And then what the cops gonna do? Because unless he actually physically do something, like actually like physically, then they really don't do much. And then if they, I mean, it's just, I can't even imagine. Like, I cannot even imagine. So she said, I had to inform my job of the situation, and the office said that they would help and relocate me because I was there over a year and was just made full-time regular. I went and bought another car, but I tried my hardest to hide what kind of car I had from him. But he eventually found out after he went through my phone and saw a picture of it, which ended in another fight because I didn't tell him I bought a car. A few days after that, he ran my brand new car into a pole and busted all the windows out and chased me with a bat. He went back and got my son and took him with him while he hid from the police. He kept my son away from me until I was ready to be with him again. I filed a police report, but they said it was nothing that they can do to get my baby back because he is the father and we'd have to go to court, and told me to file another restraining order. And you know, the cold part about it is the police, like in these situations with children, unless you have a custody order in place, they will not do much about it. Like, it's like, shit, go to court, you know, figure it out. Like, it's sad. So you know, he kept the son away. She went to the police report. Da da da. They told her to go to court. Okay. So she says, I continue to go to work and make money so that I can fix my car and get another apartment. One day I went into work and they pulled me into the office and said they had to let me go because a man came into the post office and informed the manager that I had stolen mail and that he had found mail from my route in his garage mixed with my son's birth certificate. Even though that killed my spirit, I got my car fixed and continued to look for an apartment for me and my son. Can you imagine somebody so deranged, like, nigga, leave the girl alone? Like, god damn, like, if you doing all that, like, you don't love her. Like, leave her the alone. Like, can you imagine somebody that deranged to where all you trying to do is provide for your child, make a living for your child. They making false reports about you, circling your job, stalking you, and I could not even imagine. I could not even imagine because I don't know. Like, I don't know because it's like, even me, like, as a gun owner, like, I'm a gun owner or whatever, but it's like, is this enough to kill a motherfucker? Like, because I would feel like you got to die. It's you or me. Like, it's you or me at this point. But then, if he doing all of this to me and making my life a living hell and then I bust a cap in his ass, then I'm away from my damn child. Like, it's just too much. Like, I couldn't even imagine because it's like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Like, okay, so she said, you know, he lied on her, said that she stole the mail, and then she said, I stumbled across an ad for an apartment in my price range and decided to go see it. Even though I had second thoughts, I didn't think he would take it this far. But once I arrived and walked to the door, I was surprised by my son's father, who had set up a fake ad for the apartment. And because I didn't want to take him back to where I was hiding to protect my loved ones, I went like, this, you done set up a, like, what in the Lifetime movie is this? Sis got a whole, like, sis is living a whole Lifetime movie. Sis is living a whole Lifetime movie. Like, the nigga done made a fake ad. Like, he just assumed, like, okay, well, she gonna be looking for a place, so let me try to put, this is just too much. This is just too much. Okay, so she said, you know, so she stumbled across an ad for an apartment in her price range and decided to go and see it. Even though she had second thoughts, you know, she didn't think he would take it this far. Once she arrived and walked to the door, she was surprised by her son's father, who had set up a fake ad for the apartment because I didn't want to take him back to where I was hiding to protect my loved ones. I went back. I also wanted to see my son, But as I got the opportunity, I left again with my son. He would still harass me by randomly popping up, calling nonstop, fighting me anywhere he saw me, and stealing money out of my accounts while I continued to work and provide for my son. This past Valentine's Day, as I was driving down the street, I heard something in my back seat. And when I turned around, I saw that it was my son's father who had hid in the trunk until I got into the car. I stayed at the hotels any chance I got to get peace of mind because I didn't want to put other people's lives in jeopardy. At this point, like, I would have been so far away from whatever state that was. I just don't like. I know it's easier said than done, and you never know what's what'll happen if you're in a domestic violence situation. But I'm just booking a flight for sis in my head to go to another state. Like, maybe if she go to another state, like, it would have delayed him finding her a little bit. I don't know. I mean, this ended up in him shooting her 11 times. But child, nigga, you in my back seat. See, that's when, nigga, you would have got popped, and I feel like it would have been justified to kill the nigga. See, because all these times I'm thinking like, okay, well, if this situation happened, that situation happened, you might be in jail. That situation sound like that would have been the one. You in my back seat, pop, nigga, that's the one right there. But again, I'm not judging her or whatever, because honestly, we never know what will happen faced in that situation. I'm just thinking on the outside looking in, like, you know how you watch a movie and like you saying what you think the characters should do? Just that's this. Because I can't even imagine, and I don't want y'all to think I'm judging her. It's easier said than done. Domestic violence is something that is very, 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 very like, whew, child. This is a movie. But that, from the outside looking in, as a person, if I was watching a movie, I would have been looking at the movie like, bitch, that's when you was supposed to shoot that motherfucker. He was supposed to get popped at that point. You in my back seat. Whew. Child. She is going to need some serious, like, counseling, some serious therapy, and healing. This is just, whew. Okay, so she said on Valentine's, she was driving down the street. She heard something in the back seat. He was in the back. Okay. And then so she said, he hid in her trunk until she got in the car. She said, I stayed at hotels any chance I got to get a peace of mind because I didn't want to put other people's lives in jeopardy. Every time I tried to run away, he always found me, and it seemed as though no one was willing to help me because to them, I was constantly going back, right? I can understand that. I can understand how people could feel like, girl, I'm not about to put my life in the middle of this shit because all you're going to do is go back. Like, I can understand how that was tough too. Like, girl, whew, that's a lot. She said, in reality, I thought that was the right thing to do to keep everybody safe. I can also understand that too. Like, if you got a nigga that nutty, you don't want to put other people in danger too behind a nut that you done ended up with. Like, I understand that too. So she said, on February 21st, after he waited for me to come home, he pulled on the side of me and asked me to come with him. At this point, I was tired, so I refused, and that's when he shot me, my uncle, and my grandmother. He shot the car up while my son was inside and emptied the entire clip. As I lay in my hospital bed after overcoming something so traumatizing, I still feel afraid because he is still out on the streets. At the time that she wrote this, he was still out in the streets, but he has now been apprehended and in custody. Thank God. She says, there is barely any media coverage, and I will be coming home from the hospital soon. The purpose of this GoFundMe is to spread awareness. We often hear ourselves say, couldn't be me, And God has a funny way of proving us wrong. Facts. Because as I listen to this story, we think like, girl, what you would do and what you won't do, but I understand too, like, we never know what we truly would do until we get in that situation. Because, whew, I understand. We do got that mentality of couldn't be me. Because as I'm reading this, I'm just like, whew, this is heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. She said, okay, so the purpose is to provide awareness because we often hear ourselves say it couldn't be me. And Godway has a funny way of proving us wrong. I hope this reaches anyone who is currently going through a domestic situation and gives you the courage to leave. These types of situations, everyone assumed doesn't happen anymore, but only because it's not talked about enough. Hopefully this will reach the right people and he is arrested and I can finally start over without being afraid of things turning for the worse. I'm afraid that he will find me like he always does and I may not survive again. Anything that can help me with securing a place for me and my son and helping me get back on my feet. My liver is damaged and I'm in extreme pain. I will never be myself again. I don't want to put any more family members' lives in jeopardy, and he knows all of my addresses. If you can't help, at least share to spread awareness. I'm so damaged at this point, mentally, emotionally, physically, and I just want this to end. If you're going through anything similar, leave as soon as possible. His behavior isn't normal, it isn't cute or funny. Don't ever think he won't because it's some men out here that will. Everybody may not be as blessed to have a second chance and tell their story. I'm so grateful that I am still here to tell mine, and hopefully my situation will help another. Everyone always assumes leaving is easy, but leaving nearly costed me my life. I just want to come home from the hospital and heal until I'm able to adjust to my new life. Anything will help. Thanks for reading my story. So under that is photos of her wounds, which I'm not going to show here, but she has all the photos of where she was shot. She has photos of her car. She has surveillance footage of the incident happening. It was caught on surveillance. And it's crazy because she was literally shot in the head. Like, she literally has a bullet wound, like right here in her head, like right here. Like, so it's like she really could have been dead. Like, this man tried to kill her. Like, he literally tried to kill her and had the audacity to go on live talking about they gonna try to assassinate my character.
On my soul, bro. On my soul, yo. Like, I'm hurt. I'm hurt like a motherfucker. I'm hurt like a motherfucker, yo, because I can't even believe I just did. And I don't even know what just pushed me to snap like that, yo. I don't even know what just pushed me to snap like that, yo. That shit, I just lost it. I just lost it, bro. It's over with. It's over with, G. All that. Man, look. Ain't no more. Motherfuckers ain't gonna see me no more, G. I ain't running. I've been on a run over a year and a half. I'm not running from these people no more, bro. They come get me, bro. They come get me, bro. They come get me. That's all I'm gonna say is they come get me, Joe. My soul, and they better come ready to kill. They better come ready to kill my soul. Any motherfucking problem right now, the time is to get it right now, bro. I'm put up on any motherfucker.
Child, like, honey, relax. Relax. Like, these mentally unstable men that cannot control their freaking emotions, I'm just like, relax. First of all, like, what is up with this generation? Like, I've been seeing this so much. They do some BS, and their favorite line when it's time to, you know, own up to the consequences of their actions. Oh, well, the police just gotta kill me. They just gotta kill me. But then somehow the police don't kill them. They end up willingly going in with the cops once they catch them. Oh, they gonna have to kill me. They gonna have to kill me. It was a story, it was about like a few weeks ago, and I might still cover the story, but it was a guy, he went live after he had killed these girls too. And all throughout the live, he telling people while he's showing the bodies and all that, he telling the people like, oh yeah, when they come up in here, they gonna have to kill me. They gonna have to kill me. But then the police just walk him on out at a house after tear gas. Like, what's up with these guys who be with the macho? They gonna have to like what is going on? I don't understand.
I fuck on my kids, bro. It's over with for me, bro. I love y'all, Joe. I love all y'all, bro. I love every motherfucker. And the motherfuckers who know me, they know me, Joe. Y'all know me personally, bro. Y'all know me personally. Bogus for hopping on this, but it's you feel me? When you know it's over with, you know it's over with, G. And I've been saying shit. That's stuff I just talked to my brother yesterday, bro, and I just realized it took it off. So like, Lord, I don't even know why. You feel me, Joe? I don't even know what the f just was thinking, bro. It's all love, though. I love y'all, Joe. On my soul, they gonna assassinate my character when I'm gone. They gonna assassinate me. It's over with.
What character to assassinate? You went and shot that girl up. Like, you assassinated your own character by shooting your baby mama and her family members with your child in the car. Like, assassinate your character. You tried to assassinate her and her family with your child in the car. What character?
It's over with for me, shorty. It's over with. My soul is my last water. It's over with, shorty. It's over with, man. I just up, yeah.
Now, I just know you ain't the one crying after you done shot her and her grandmother and her uncle, and you got the nerve to drop a tear. You crying? You crying? Boy.
I just up, yo. I just sweated shit. Like, I ain't supposed to be in. Nigga, I made 27 yesterday. Nigga, you know what the f I've been through to get here, bro? You know what I've been through to get here, bro? And the slightest thing, bro. I just everything away, bro. Like, I just up, bro. I just up, bro. I just up. And then I don't judge. They finna judge. I love that motherfucker, Joe. That's the stuff part about it, bro. I love that woman dearly, bro. I love her dearly, bro. I love that lady dearly, bro. I'm gonna stay strong, G. I'm over with, KT. It's over with for me, KT. I hope you enjoy knowing me, shorty. It's over with. It's over with, bro. It's all love, though. I love y'all, Joe. On my soul, they gonna assassinate my character when I'm gone. They gonna assassinate me. They gonna judge. They finna judge me.
Okay, so as you can see, that's what his dusty butt had to say after he committed this heinous act, talking about people were going to judge him and try to assassinate his character after he done shot that girl up 11 times, and it was more rounds that he fired off than 11 because it hit her family. It hit her 11 times. It hit her car a whole bunch of other times, and it hit her family members. They got shot too. What character? What character? You have no character. You're evil. You are evil. You have no soul. You're mentally unstable and evil. And you talking about somebody gonna try to assassinate your character? Character? What character, sir? What character? He pissed me off. Like, oof. He pissed me off. Talking about they gonna try to assassinate my character. Nigga, what character? My heart goes out to Lasagna Agee. Prayers for her to have like a speedy recovery. It's definitely necessary to talk about these stories on as many platforms as possible. It's just, it's a mess. Domestic violence is ramping up these days, and people are losing their minds because of COVID, being constricted, their living situations, their financial situations. A lot of people are being triggered with their mental instability. Now, I'm looking forward to outside opening up because people need to get some fresh air. They need to breathe and they need to relax. If you are in a situation similar to Lasagna's, or if you have loved ones who you see are in these types of situations, don't hesitate to call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. The number is 1-800-799-SAFE. Again, that is 1-800-799-7233. If you're in this situation, don't wait until it gets this far and thinking that he won't go that far. If anything by the videos that I have posted tells you, they will go that far. So reach out. They have programs that help women, escape these situations and things like that. It's just too much. Somebody on one of my other videos, they were like, Neek, like, you covering these types of stories, does like it weigh heavy on you? And it's like, yes. Like, this kind of stuff, it does weigh heavy. But at the same time, I feel like if we don't tell these stories, then who? You know what I'm saying? Like, if we don't spread awareness, then who? You know what I'm saying? So somebody got to, stories got to be told. It's some young girl out there in this situation who needs to hear this and needs to understand that pay attention to the signs before it gets to this level. Because before it gets to this level, there's possibly a sign that you are ignoring that can save your life. So pay attention to the overly aggressive, abusive signs of just, the playful hitting and the pay attention to the signs. All right, guys. So I feel like I pretty much covered everything as it pertains to this story. It's a Lifetime movie, and it's sad that this is somebody's real reality in real life. And I mean, I can't even imagine what she was going through. Whenever she goes to try to find love again, she might think that all men are like this, which they are not. Domestic violence has risen, but this is not the all. Like, all men aren't like this. There's some nuts that are circulating around. And it's just an unfortunate situation. Check out her GoFundMe account if you guys want to contribute to her GoFundMe. She has all of her updates on there. She has been posting updates, photos, things like that on her GoFundMe account. As far as my brand, I'm wearing one of the items from my website. Y'all know I promote myself in every video, okay? All 2021, that's my mission. Promote yourself in every video. And I'll see how that works out. Thank you all for supporting me as well. On my platform, you can support me in addition to watching my video by going to my website, www.neekatnight.com, where I have pajamas, lingerie, adult toys, and, just different little goodies for you, okay? I have men pajamas, women pajamas, plus size, small size, all size. Girl, I got it, okay? And I will be updating my inventory for you guys. I update like little by little on my new website that I'm going over to. So pretty soon I'm going to have all the items on there so that I could just launch my new website, and then that'll be what it is. Okay? And y'all can get all the goodies that I got. But for now, shop what I got right now available. And I'll see you guys on the next video. If you guys have not hit that subscribe button, I mean, what are you waiting on? Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next video.